We look forward to the time when the power to love replaces the love of power. Then will our world know the blessings of peace. William Ellery.
Oh, I love Valentine's Day!
Me too. Valentine's Day is the only day I can try to get a kiss from Trixie Tang and not violate the restraining order.
When searching for the meaning and purpose of life, there are many aspects of it that need to be taken into consideration. One of which I have not yet tackled on this channel, but it is arguably even one of the most important aspects of life. Love. The love we feel for this world and the people that live within it. But love is hard to grasp. You can't see, smell, or hear it. And to make things worse, it can manifest itself in a variety of forms, which is why many people struggle to find love for themselves. After all, it is incredibly hard to find something you don't even truly understand. So what exactly is love? Let's try and find it out with Timmy Turner himself.
What makes you think it's your call? I'm Cupid. I'm the one that gets to choose who your Valentine is.
In the episode Lovestruck, Timmy, Cosmo, and Wanda find themselves at the Valentine's Day parade, where Cupid tries to teach him that love is whatever he chooses it to be, since he is the one and only Cupid. Whatever love is, it is predetermined by fate, but once Timmy realizes what fate has in store for him, he quickly bows out and slaps back with the counter-argument that love is whatever he wants it to be. They get into a heated argument but leave the conversation unsolved, and once back in the human world, Timmy then goes full on bachelor mode and throws a huge show to impress Trixie and to prove Cupid wrong. A show that obviously doesn't represent who he truly is, but the show that will hopefully get him the girl he wants. Well, let's just say she wasn't really impressed.
I can't believe it! She threw me aside like garbage!
So Timmy didn't get the girl he wanted, but is still being chased by the one apparently destined for him. He is furious with the world. Everyone seems to have found their perfect Valentine, but he is standing there alone and rejected. And out of misery and desperation, he then wishes the world to be separated. A land only for men and a land only for women. A place where he doesn't need to be reminded of love any longer. A place where love no longer exists.
I wish I lived in a world without girls! Just put them all someplace else!
The two separated worlds now perfectly represent the sexist stereotypes, and though I would have to agree that the men's world would probably look something like this, I strongly oppose the thought that the women's world would look anything close to this, but oh well, whatever. Both sexes seem to be flourishing and doing quite well without their counterpart, but all of this soon changes when everyone starts to realize an emptiness inside of them, a feeling of loss and purposelessness, a sensation of complete inner destabilization, a sense of hopelessness and helplessness.
Man, Dad still misses Mom, and he doesn't even remember what a mom is!
Nothing fills the void!
Nothing fills the void!
These men and women feel like something is missing, but since they don't remember what love is, they are desperate to fill their void with anything whatsoever. It's a great parallel to our current society. In the current age, we don't know what love is, we forgot about it and therefore struggle to find it. But the void remains, and we then move on to fill it with horrible habits like smoking, overeating, gossiping, and much, much more. Timmy Turner realizes that this cannot go on any longer. He decides to reintroduce the men to the women, and after reinstating love into their hearts, peace could be found once again. But Timmy now stands in the same spot as in the beginning, alone and without love. But then suddenly out of nowhere, Trixie shows up and accepts to be Timmy's Valentine, because after all other gifts that she has gotten, his gift was still the best one. Timmy now finally has the girl that he wanted, but he rejects her. He realizes that there is someone else who deserves his love more than Trixie does, and so his heart for that one day belongs to Tootie.
Tootie, will you be my Valentine? Yes! Ah, well.
So, in the end, who was right, Cupid or Timmy? The destined love or the chosen love? Well, to be honest, in my opinion, they're both wrong at the same time. Love has nothing to do with destiny necessarily, and love has certainly nothing to do with who you choose to love. Love is about something else. Something that my mom always taught me. Her saying goes as follows: before you can truly love anyone or anything else, you first have to love yourself. And this truly is what love is all about. Love is about respecting yourself and your dignity and then going out into the world and find people you can share this with. It's all about realizing all the faults you have as a human, but not see yourself as only that, but about loving yourself in spite of all the mistakes you made in the past, and then find someone who can help you become better and who will love you in spite of all your mistakes as well. A person who is as equally flawed as you are, because love is about working on oneself and on one another. It's about respecting yourself enough so that you don't get pushed around, but not too much to the point where you become an arrogant either. After all, there is a reason why Trixie gets obsessed with Timmy after he rejects her. Timmy has learned to love himself first. He realized that what he wanted is not truly good for him. He has become more secure in who he is, and that is attractive to Trixie because, well, love attracts love. So if you learn to love yourself, you learn to love others, and others will learn to love you. It's no wonder really that every day it seems to get harder for people to find love here in the West. We are teaching our children to not love themselves, but to hate themselves and their background and their history and their country. We are teaching them that they only have sins to repent from. This needs to stop because it only leads to a dangerous path. A path that can only lead to them causing more hatred in the world. Love attracts love, but hatred breeds hatred. So love is not about destiny or desire. It's a process of wanting to improve yourself and all the people around you so that we can then in turn love one another even more. It's about building up a relationship that can stand firm despite of any hatred that might be thrown at it. It's about learning, improving, and then giving back. It's about finding someone who fits you like a glove. Because it's simply about love. Love is not about destiny or desire. It's about improving oneself and then sharing it with the choir. Thanks a lot, guys! Feel free to check out one of my previous videos right here. This channel is all about looking at video games and pop culture from a different perspective, about digging deeper into the meaning of life and how we can get there with video games, movies, and TV shows. So if that interests you, maybe subscribe? Maybe hit the bell to be notified? What about that, Yeah? Okay, good. See ya!
So what's the sitch?
Call me, beat me if you wanna reach me.